Hi, I'm Mark Osborne at Legal Tech 2014. I'm here with Scott Meiser, who's Senior Director of eBooks and eLending at LexisNexis. Scott just finished a session in the educational track for Legal Tech, all about eBooks and what's happening there. So I thought I'd ask Scott a few questions about the session and some lessons from there. So Scott, thanks for being here. Thinking about the session that you just completed a few minutes ago, is there anything in the discussion around eBooks from the audience that you thought kind of raised an eyebrow or was interesting, something that people might want to know?
Yeah, I think there were really two very surprising moments in the audience interaction. I asked the room to show hands who had used an ebook for professional use, and I was really myself surprised. About 50% of the room had actually used an ebook for professional purposes. And then the other was a moment when an attorney, in response to a question I'd asked about why attorneys weren't asking their library for ebooks, he commented that he didn't believe that there were ebook solutions for libraries. And I think clearly that the market doesn't understand yet that those solutions are in place, and I think that was definitely
so that's interesting. So on one hand, seemed like, at least in that audience, there's a lot of people using ebooks for their professional use, maybe even more than we thought. But on the other hand, there's some ambiguity out there about eLending solutions and e-libraries.
Absolutely, it's a new market, and it seems that the libraries need to bring those solutions to their customer base to serve their needs.
Okay. Another thing I know that you talked a lot about in that session was interactivity and the building in of interactivity features, capabilities to ebooks. It seemed like the audience was interested in that. Do you think that's something we're going to see more and more of?
Yeah, so when we talk about ebook interactivity, we think about things like clicking a link and going directly to Lexis Advance or watching a video. And those things are really still in their infancy in the trade publishing market. And we think there's some really strong relevancy in the legal market. First of all, for what I would call low-level task automation. So I used to read about a case in a book when I got my context, and then I'd turn around and go research that online. Now I can simply click a link and go right through. And the improvement in automating those level of tasks creates a lot of value for an attorney. And then the other place is around education. And education may occur really in either a law school publishing book or perhaps some sort of practice material where you're actually learning, not necessarily researching. And there, if you look at the stages of learning, reading is really the basic stage. High-level learning is really accomplished by watching a video or perhaps doing in some sort of interactive experience like our LexisNexis evidence game, which is in 30 books.
Yeah. Okay, so we're probably going to see more and more, not just from, say, LexisNexis, but generally speaking around legal ebooks, probably see a lot more interactivity in the coming years.
Yeah, I absolutely think that you'll see a significant increase.
Okay. Well, just to kind of finish things up, thinking about that session, is there anything that you think that people who were there, or maybe even more importantly, people who weren't there, maybe ought to take away thinking about ebooks going forward for the legal space?
Yeah, I think there's really a call to action. I think about the attorney that wasn't aware of library solutions, and I think the call to action for both the library and the IT group is to think about your ebook strategy, your policies, and be a participant in that and drive that and be prepared for it. Because if it happens the way the iPad happened or the iPhone happened, and that attorney walks in and says, I want my email on this, or I want my ebooks on this, really it's really too late at that point. I think there's a lesson to be learned there from iOS adoption in business, and the call to action would really be around participate and drive that policy.
Okay, well thanks for sharing your thoughts. Appreciate it very much. Have a good rest of Legal Tech.
Thank you, Mark.
Thanks, Scott.